and it's dangerous that Donald Trump effectively declared war on the United States of America herself, on individual cities that are run by Democrats. This Republican president sending what he thinks to be red troops to blue cities to wage war. He uses the words, it's a war from within. He's telling his generals, his war fighters, that he wants to attack American cities using active duty troops. It's not hyperbole. It is absolutely what he said.
Important mission. And I told Pete, we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military, because we're going into Chicago very soon.
So now we've reached the point where the President of the United States is suggesting our cities, American cities, be used as military training grounds. Trump singled out places like Chicago and Portland, Democratic-led cities, as if entire communities are nothing more than practice fields for soldiers. These aren't war zones. They're neighborhoods. They're families. They're Americans. History shows us what happens when leaders turn the military inward. It stops being about defense and starts being about control. And once you cross that line, it's not so easy to come back. This isn't a partisan issue. You don't have to love or hate Trump to see the danger here. Our troops don't exist to be used as props in a political show or to train on our own people. They swear an oath to defend the Constitution, not to run practice drills on American streets. And if we're okay with that now, what comes next?
Donald Trump just declaring war on the United States. He is stating that we, the United States citizens, are the threats of the United States. And that he wants war with the military coming in and taking care of business. I knew this was going to happen the minute I saw it yesterday when he was barricading the White House. Why would he barricade the White House? Because maybe the United States citizens aren't going to put up with this shit? I don't know. What the hell do you guys think?
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Messi Oba. We want to talk about Trump turning democratic city into military ground. Let's talk about it. Donald Trump is not talking like a president. He's talking like a man preparing for war against his own people. When leaders say he wants to take control of the streets with the military, he's not protecting democracy. He is attacking it. Trump is showing us what he really wants. Control, not peace. He's ready to turn the US military into his personal police. That's not America. That is authoritarian. And the sad part, some of his followers cheers for it. They don't see that if Trump declares war on the people, everyone loses. So we have to stay at alert. This isn't about politics anymore. It is about protecting our democracy, because once a leader declares war on his own people, there is no going back. We must speak out before it's too late.
So are people gonna wake the fuck up, or no? We're just gonna act like this is all normal. This is just another day in America. Donald Trump is no different than any other president. Is that what we're going to do? He literally just summoned generals, the top leaders of the military, generals, admirals, all the top guys, summoned them, told them to leave their posts and come to Virginia so that he could talk to them. He and his Secretary of War, a fucking drunken Fox News host. And in his little fucking speech to the generals, this demented old buffoon, Donald Trump, literally told the leaders of the military that he wants them to use American cities as training grounds for the military. And he told them that our war is in the American cities. He just told military leadership that he is at war with the American people. We're going to do anything about that? We're going to even talk about that, or no? We're just going to, hey, you see, what's on Netflix? Is that what we're going to do? Oh, let's scroll through some more fucking dance videos on TikTok. Is that what we're going to do? Yeah. You know what? That is probably what we're going to do. until it's too late to do anything about it, right?
Trump wants to use Democratic cities as training grounds for the military. Yes, that's not a joke. That's not a drill. That's not me gaslighting. That is what he said. He told Petey Boy we should use the most dangerous cities in America as training ground for the military. We're already going into Chicago. We're going to go into New York. We're going to go into San Fran. When the fuck did the military turn on its own people? And these dangerous cities are heavily populated with African Americans, black folks, and San Fran is LGBTQIA plus loving. He's trying to get ahead of the election, y'all. The 2026 election, he's trying to get ahead of the midterms. And he wants to put these cities on lockdown. I know there are a lot of military men that don't give a shit about the oath. I know that. Let's not play this game. Some of them did vote for him. And they will do what he says out of racism, out of hate, out of xenophobia, out of homophobia. They will do what he said. But for the ones that didn't vote for this man, for the ones that took the oath for the United States of America and not a sitting president, please, and I do mean please, don't forget that shit. Your duty is to your country and not towards a man that's gonna be gone. He's in his 80s. And targeting heavily populated African American black cities has always been his plan. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I do know as people who took an oath to protect this country, this is not what y'all doing. This ain't it.
We have major news. Donald Trump told Pete Hegseth that he wants to consider using Democrat-run cities as training grounds for the United States military, as he declared war openly on American cities and American citizens. In his speech to generals today, Trump said, quote, "I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military because we're going into Chicago very soon." Right now, Trump also went on to say that he's going to go into a number of Democratic-run cities, including New York and San Francisco and elsewhere, but he is openly declaring war on American cities, on American citizens, and suggesting that they should use these cities as training grounds for the military, presumably if the military ever were to go to war abroad against one of America's adversaries, like China or Russia. People need to know about this. Spread the word because this is important. Follow along, stay up to date on all the news you need to know about. I'll have much more to come soon.
I'm sorry. I had to stop my car because I'm having a panic attack. Donald Trump, in his speech, just declared war on America. What is happening? What is happening? I'm in the middle of a panic attack. That's all I have to say.
Trump has told top military officials that they should use dangerous American cities as training grounds. He's using crime as a pretext to send troops into Democratic-led cities. So what does that actually mean? It means that American cities may be treated like combat zones. Chicago, LA, New York, and Portland are target cities. He went on to say that it is a war from within and controlling the border is in the best interest of national security. When he started the speech, none of the command officers applauded because the military's role is to be set apart from politics. And that pissed him off. Then he went on to tell them if they want to clap, they can clap. But if they didn't like what he was saying, they can get up and leave. And there goes their rank and their future. So when Hegseth started talking, he started talking about woke departments and diversity being a fallacy. And he's going to undertake a full review of bullying and hazing rules to allow leaders to enforce standards without fear of reprimand. So the military is going to start hazing soldiers in training? And then he goes on to say if that makes them toxic, then so be it. And he goes on to say if women can make it, excellent. And if they can't, it is what it is. So is this the ticket to start beating women in the military? I don't know if this is more alarming, dangerous, or disgusting. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Trump just told America's top military leaders that the U.S. military should be used to police American cities. He said in a speech to these military leaders, the ones that are run by the radical left Democrats. What they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places. And we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war too. It's a war from within. Along with this, Trump told Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth that they should be using these dangerous cities as training grounds for the military and National Guard. He added that Chicago is first on his list, and he mocked their governor as incompetent. There's another concerning thing that I wanted to touch on from this meeting, and I'm just going to play the clip.
You want, and if you don't like what I'm saying, you can leave the room. Of course, there goes your rank, there goes your future. But you just feel nice and loose, okay? Because we're all on the same team.
You could argue that I took that clip out of context, but if you go back and watch the entire speech as I did, you will see that more context actually makes this issue worse. He then pushed this even further by saying if soldiers are spit on by protesters, the rule should be they spit, we hit. He then added that if military or police vehicles are hit with bricks, they should, quote, do whatever the hell you want. And all of this is happening on the same day there is a possible government shutdown. Congress hasn't yet agreed on a funding deal. Democrats are pushing to block Medicaid cuts and protect healthcare tax credits, and Republicans are refusing to give ground. With this, J.D. Vance said after a White House meeting, I think we're heading to a government shutdown because Democrats won't do the right thing. What happens next will not only test the chain of command, but the balance between constitutional limits and presidential power.
For watching my videos. If you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel just to help the channel out.